Well, here we are. It's been a long time, and we've been waiting for this moment. And it's just a great honor to be standing before you, honoring Coach. There he is, right there. Louder? Thank you. So, I just want to say a few words. Bigger picture, I've been reflecting on this for a long time, and just words really can't describe what Coach Lampe has done for our community, our school, our wrestling program. And I'd like to just say a few words about what he's done for our family. Learning about the sport of wrestling was new for me because I'm a Kansan. I'm from Kansas. And it's a great basketball state. We were basketball players before we came here. So coming to a match in this gymnasium for the first time was an experience. And people, I will tell people this, and they still don't believe it, but imagine the sections here, standing room only on the landings, people down here in the tunnels, same thing on the other side. We had two full teams, we had a JV team and a varsity team. JVs wrestled right here, varsity wrestled this end, and it was an amazing experience. And the first match I got to see as an 8-year-old boy, we had to get here an hour early just to get a seat. People don't believe that. And in this day and age, people are busy, there's so many things going on, but it was a special time for in Colorado. And so, coming to a match and just feeling the electricity, and Texas A&M, the Aggies down in Texas, they have the 12th, the 12th player. Well, our crowd was beyond the 12th. It was the 1,200 players. And when we were in high school, and Brian can verify this, we didn't ever have an away match. We had more fans follow us to Niwot, to Centaurus, to Fort Collins, to Rocky Mountain. We had more fans than the home team. And it was just a testament to the great love that the fans and parents and families had for the Fort Worth Mustangs. So it was a great time, and sometimes I will walk into this gym, the lights will be dimmed, and I kind of gravitate to this corner because that's where we were, and I could close my eyes and hear the fans going crazy, and it was indescribable, the energy that was in the gymnasium. I remember the first time being in that locker room. That's, if we walked around the corner here into this is now the old locker room, but we would sit in there and Coach Lampe would be talking to us and going over what we need to do. And he could tell us one thing and we would go out and execute the plan. We believed in him so much. And it was just unreal. But to hear the crowd going crazy. And then coming out here, right here along this stripe here, this line where these 3 chairs are, that's where the other team would line up for the introductions. Sometimes we'd run out, sometimes we'd walk out. When we walked out, it was pretty amazing, and the psych job was on. And I firmly believe, I don't have any proof of this, but I firmly believe there was matches on paper we maybe should have lost. We never lost those matches because we had such a strong belief in each other. Coach Lampe would tell us what we needed to do, and we'd go out and execute the plan. And Brian, I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago at the Platte Valley Regional, we were talking. And Brian said, my dad was way ahead of his time. I 100%, 1,000% believe that. Why? We would lift weights through the season. We didn't gain weight, we just got stronger. And as the season went on, there were guys that maybe we would have 1 to 2 point victory or maybe a loss. Into the season, we were pinning these guys because we just got stronger. And just his way of training us, I was thinking about this, and we would have these practices, and Coach Lampe had this red sweatsuit, short sleeve, and I just dreaded to see that because when he wore that, we were in trouble. And I mean, literally crawling off the mat. Coach, you still have that next I bet you it's in his closet. And it probably still fits. But anyway, I always look forward, but the first time we had a drilling practice, I am telling you one thing, I was never so tired in my life. We would go 1 minute goes, singles, doubles, firemen's, high crotches, you know, duck unders, all that. And I can remember not being able to raise my arms. I was so tired. But it was a great time. And the community of Fort Morgan 100% backed Fort Morgan Wrestling. And it was just an amazing time to grow up. And, you know, there's people in this room that have a lot to do with me becoming a teacher and a coach. Coach Lampe for one, Coach Harden, Coach Graff. I mean, it's just amazing. And they all had something to offer. I'd like to tell you a quick story about Coach Harden real quick. He taught me a crawling switch. We wrestled Greatest Central. I think it's the only time I ever did a switch. And so the referee blew the whistle, I started crawling, the guy followed. He taught me perfectly, the guy face planted, and I got behind for a 2-point reversal. And it was just fun, but I'll never forget. But these two were a pair, and Coach Graff was in there too. I mean, but I'm not going to sing the song. I didn't bring the words. But there was a tournament in Highland, and Dolly Parton, she was singing a song, and we kind of were in the running to win this tournament, the Highland tournament. And we really stomped everybody dry. I mean, we just came out of nowhere. We got on a roll, and it was a great tournament. But if you can imagine Coach Lampe and Coach Harden singing that Dolly Parton song. And it was, and I'm telling you, these guys probably could have been on tour because they harmonized perfectly, they were in tune, and we were stunned. I mean, life was good. I mean, if they would have had the lottery, go buy some lotto tickets, we could have done that. So. But anyway, and I'm going to end just talking a little bit about, Sterling. Sterling was our rival. And we hated Sterling. And they never beat us. They tried, they just couldn't get it done. And Sterling is Sterling. But, just the matches we had were epic. I mean, the district tournaments, we wrestled in the big gym, Wally Post, and, it was packed. It was packed like it was here. And there were times where they were ranked above us, but when we left, we were victorious, and it was just a great time. So many stories to tell, and I'm gonna end right now. I want to say thanks, Coach. Thanks for everything. That Coach Lampe, and I'd like to give a shout out to Bob Bragg. I was very fortunate to go out to the University of Oregon and wrestle for the Ducks. My brother Ben, sitting in the first row, he followed me out, and we had a great time. But without those two giving us the skills that we needed, we would have never made it out there. And I look at my wife, I look at our children, I look at our grandchildren, and without them, none of this would have been possible. And all I was a basketball playing punk from Kansas, and watched a match. And you know what? I just can't describe the great feeling it was to wrestle for Fort Morgan Wrestling. So, thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for the great love you showed to this amazing coach. I don't have the words to adequately describe how great he is. And I had the opportunity to go over and visit with him, and we just started telling stories, and it's just pure fun. So, thank you all again, and God bless you.